Hi, guys. Welcome to a very special episode of Crafted with Super Cool Whip and me, Chattanooga Ed. How you doing, Whip?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I am breathing. Last week, I got the opportunity to go out with my nephews because that there's a new John Wick type movie that's out. I think it's called Ballerina,
Yep.
and John Wick is in it a lot, which is pretty cool. But my nephews asked me to go with them, and it's like, oh man, I haven't seen a movie with the kids in for like a long time. So I went out with them and uh had a great time. It's a good movie. It was a lot of fun. But I got sick afterwards. I think I got strep throat and I've been coughing a lot. Just thinking about it made me cough. But my dad got it too. And so just kind of a bummer because everybody in my family's been sick except for my mom, who was like trying to stay super healthy because she is at a quilting convention. This time last year, I didn't have a show. I canceled in the middle of June because had to drive my mom to Pigeon Forge for this quilting convention. Well, this year my sister's into quilting, so she took mom, and so it's just been me and dad. And dad has a sleep study tonight. So I drove him there at 6 and I have to pick him up tomorrow at 6. So
Like
I've
12
got the whole
hours
house.
or 24 hours?
It's a 12-hour deal. It's overnight. So it's pretty exciting that I can be as loud as I want.
Hey, hey.
I'll yell. I didn't want you guys to get blasted, so I didn't do it out loud. I should have. It kind of sounded like Tarzan.
Do you want me to go through hellos real quick?
Yes, let's do that.
All right. Our first one in the house was SC Cat House. Cat House, if you're
Oh,
still in the house, give us a shout. Ed has a question for you. Larry
yep.
D and Dave's
Larry D.
Aquarium. Uncle
Dave.
Smiley.
Uncle
Tamil
Smiley's awesome too.
Steve.
Everybody.
Linda Worth.
Well, hi, Linda.
And we
Good
scrolled up.
day, Linda.
Xanadude.
Oh
Nancy
my gosh, my
B.
buddy. And Nancy B's my female buddy
Yep.
from up north.
And
Not much from north.
Mexicali.
Oh,
Jorge.
I am gonna be a guest on his show. I can't believe he asked me. That is so cool. On the 25th. And I'm not for sure what time yet.
He doesn't have a time. It's whenever he decides to go because I see
Yeah,
him
well,
go at 10 o'clock at night and I see him go at 8 o'clock in the morning and everywhere in between.
and his show's a lot of fun if you get a chance to see it. I got to see it
Yeah.
like last week when he was doing Lance was on there. Uh uh Lance's oh my gosh, it's I normally call him by his barbecue name.
Sleeper barbecue.
Yeah, Sleeper Barbecue. You know, whenever you're live, your brain starts to just blink out.
Even when I'm not
And,
live, that my brain blanks out. So.
and I normally always take a nap, and I didn't take a nap today, so I might be extra bad today, guys.
Oh no! All right, so now you still got Denny.
Dennis, good day.
You got
Hello,
Krager.
Denny.
Krager's
Hi, Craig.
catfish.
And I was just doing an
Uh,
Aussie voice.
yeah, you were. And oh, Toonie Loon is here. Hello, Toonie.
Oh, hey,
Cat
hello.
House is
Hey.
back at 8:31.
Oh, good. Is that good? Okay, I'm going to ask my question. Should we
Scotty the
do that?
fish freak is here. Let me just get
Oh, good
real.
day.
They've got to be getting close.
Sure.
Vanaski. If I miss you, I do apologize. We've got Nathan from Gills to Gardens and Night Owl Aquatics and Sunny G and Cheryl Smith. Okay, go.
Okay. This is to Cat House, and I hope he's still there. So, Cat House told me how to get one of the, I really needed something for Larry D. And I didn't know where these little toys were coming from, and he told me how to get them. So I'm going to show it to you. Look at that. That's a little bottle of hot sauce, and that's next to like a fish tank, probably a 10-gallon. So you can tell it's like barely an inch tall. Oh, there's a penny, so it's like 2 pennies tall. He's pretty smooth. But he said that his daughter got that for her dolls. So and he told me where to get them. So I went out and bought 2 of these ball things. And I didn't realize there are 50 bajillion types of these balls. So I was like, okay, this says candy. And I was like looking for hot sauce, but I figured, well, if it has candy in there, as long as it's toy candy, maybe. And this is called mini sweets, is what I got. And I was supposed to buy mini brands. So I bought 2 of these, and I had my mom open it in the car, and she had complete blast opening this thing. And I could almost picture her like a little girl or, a little kid, because she pops it open and there's all these plastic bags that you open, and there's things in them. And I was hoping for a hot sauce. Well, I got a little girl. So this is a Milk Dud girl. She comes with a whole bunch of Milk Dud stuff, like this box of Milk Duds, which I can definitely give Milk Duds to somebody to eat. I mean, I bet Scotty likes Milk Duds.
I bet he does too.
We just got a visitor. Hi, Jeremy.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, you already live?
Yeah. Did you want me to wait till you sat down?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna put him down so we don't see all the insides of his house. But okay. So she comes with like a Milk Dud purse, which folds down and snaps, and comes with some stuff. I don't know. She came with clothes, and my mom dressed her. But I was wondering if Cat House would want to ask his daughter if she would want to make a trade. I would be willing to trade her the Milk Dud girl with her bottle or ball and this unopened ball. And if she wants me to, I can open it live right now, or I could send it to her and she could be surprised then on what type of sweet girl she gets, if she'd want to make a trade for that hot sauce. And if not, it's totally fine. And Cat House, she might be asleep and you can't ask her. I don't mind. If you want to wake her up and ask her, that's totally fine with me. Whip, do you care if she wakes her up?
I don't care.
So, yeah, you can just like shake her out of her sleep and say, hey, you want to make a trade? But no, just if she is up, tell her I'll open the thing so she can see what's in it to make her decision, or I could send it to her closed. But she'd be getting 2 of these mini ball things filled with stuff for 1 hot sauce. And don't mail it to me till I mail it to you. Which brings me to the next segment. I completely forgot to mail my little pots, my little bonsai pots. I've had company. There was literally company at my house every week throughout the month of May. And I completely forgot about them. My mom didn't like them sitting in this room. That's where I found them. And so she put them up, and I found them today because I was getting clay for our project tonight. So guys, I've got to still send those out. So sorry about that. Out of sight, out of mind. You just don't.
Well, and like you said, I mean, in your defense, like you just said, I mean, you've been pretty busy.
Well, and if I did all my crafts in the same place, I would be in here all the time, but I do most of my shows from my craft room. But the problem with my craft room is I don't have a lot of elbow space for clay. So I don't do much clay work down there. So I think the last time I was in this room was when I was making those little pots. But we will get those out and get those to you. So tonight's craft is, I don't know if Jeremy has fire ants where he lives, but fire ants live right below the frost line, and I'm below the frost line. So I get these things now, and they are jerks. So I'm going to show you what they do is they bite on your skin, pull your skin up and hold on, and then they sting with their stingers in their butts, because ants and wasps are in the same family. So ants actually have stingers like wasps.
Right.
And they're jerks. But these fire ants are just horrific. Well, for some reason, they like to crawl over the water hyacinth. And I forgot. Every year I get grossed out because I'm like, dang it, I can't really. If I grab the water hyacinth, I have to shake it off before I can just grab it anywhere because there's always stupid fire ants crawling on it. So let me drop this. Whoops. I made those wasp traps earlier this year. Drew, were you in that live stream with me, Whip? When I did the wasp trap?
Yes. Yeah, because was there more to it? There was we did a game or something, didn't we?
Oh, I don't know. It had this, is it boracic acid or borac acid? Borac? I can't
Yeah,
read
I'm
it.
sure I was there. I remember the whole conversation.
Well, that stuff has worked amazing.
Hey,
I
Stan.
mean, normally I have thousands of wasps around this house. And I think I've seen 4 since I've put those out. I mean, it is awesome, those traps. So if you guys are interested in those traps, I do have a video I made of making it, or you can go back to the live stream. But the video, I wanted to videotape some of the red wasps flying around my house to show people, and they're all wiped out.
Oh, wow.
It's there was rain that week, and I didn't get out there and so by the time I got out there, those traps had been out for about a week. Wipe the suckers out. It's an awesome trap. So I'm like, I'm gonna see if I can. These fire ants make big old mounds in your yard,
Right.
and I enjoy running over them with my lawnmower. it's a lot of fun. But my lawnmower's a real big 0 radius turning thing. I wouldn't do it if I was walking. So I'm not for sure what I'm doing here, but I'm going to try to make something that'll look kind of like a flying saucer. I want to have a lid that I can place on. It'll hold I'm going to put just the apple juice and the poison in there, and then the lid will go down over it, because I don't know if butterflies would enjoy it or hummingbirds or anything like that. I want to make sure that I even read that it takes a lot of this stuff for a hummingbird to get sick, but I'm going to put it down in the weeds, so it's not going to be where hummingbirds are.
Right.
But I still want to make it so the ants can crawl in and then crawl out with it in their mouths and feed their babies and queen, and then they die.
Yep.
That's the goal. So for today's, I'm starting, and I'm doing it with my clay, my oven baked clay that I love. And I'm going to use 1 pound. I'm going to see if 1 pound will do it. It doesn't have to be big.
So Ken House, I don't know if you saw this or not, but he said, yeah, and we were looking for them all week. My daughter is on a mission to find them and send it to you. It's mini brand original.
Well, text me your address and I'll mail this these two to her so she can enjoy them. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing.
Nope.
There we
You had
go.
it down on the board. There you go.
And
Hey,
Cat
Geeker.
House, if you guys can't find it and it's like one of her favorite things, it's okay because I'll eventually get it somewhere.
Bare Bottom. Mr. Branton's here. Stan the Man's
Awesome.
here.
Hey, Stan. So for the image, I wanted to do a ant fighting a fish with AI. And I just want to share with you guys what AI printed. So the first thing I said,
This is hysterical.
well, first I said ant humanoids versus fish humanoids. So they look like
Correct.
people, you know. This is what it sent me as the first AI image. And I'm like, what? I mean, it's cool looking, but that is nothing like what I wanted. So then I said, an ant boxing a fish. This is the AI it sent me. Mike Tyson holding a fish.
Mike Tyson
don't
with
know.
3 hands and about 14,000 fingers.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's probably the ant in him. I didn't even notice all the fingers. That is so creepy. But so I don't know why it made ant that. And so then I went a fish fighting an ant. And this is what it came up with. So that was the image of tonight's StreamYard image. Crazy. But I just wanted to share with you guys because it's kind of funny to.
Yeah,
AI
AI
is a lot of fun.
If you're willing to purchase the big dollar one, I suppose it would be all right. But yeah, these
I don't. I
these free
use
versions
this free
are
one.
yeah, they're a little bit sketchy.
Oh, I don't have any tools for cutting this clay. Darn it. Oh, I'm probably should take that off so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I made a base. That's this right here. Oh. I guess I've got to make a, what's it called, a bowl or a depression? Like something to hold it, what that would be called. We should have asked Stephen P. if he wanted to come up tonight, and he would have been able to tell us all the scientific words that we need.
What kind of scientific words do we need?
A basin? Is that
Yes,
the correct terminology?
That is correct terminology for an actual place for water to gather in
Okay.
real world. Yeah.
So I'm making a basin right now, but I want to be able to make it so the ants can crawl in and out. So first I want to do is make sure it's watertight, which I'm pretty sure
Like
I'm
a frog's
doing.
ass?
Okay. Like what?
Like a frog's ass, watertight.
You know, I saved a frog yesterday.
You did?
I did. I was skimming the pool, and he was trying to get out. It was a little bitty, well, not a little bitty, because there's some little tree frogs about the size of my pinky. It was a tree frog about the size of maybe a silver dollar, swimming, and he kept, the water had too much of a wave or a current, so it kept pulling him back in every time he tried to crawl out. So I grabbed him and threw him in the yard.
And did he say,
Okay,
"Thank you, sir"?
he didn't even croak. Oh,
The
you know what?
ungrateful
See,
bastard.
I don't want the ants to crawl in and drown because these things crawl into my pool all the time and just drown too. They're just not a smart animal. So I'm going to make like a little dock for them to walk on in here. There we go. And I know it doesn't look very cool right now, but I really think this will look good or will work good. I don't care if it looks good, really.
And this is a functioning trap you're doing, not just a sculpture of an ant biting a fish.
Right. Oh, so I've got some other news. I went to my local pond store that I go to every year, and they sell hyacinths super cheap. Like, I used to be able to buy 10 hyacinths for $35.
Hey, Ed?
And so I would buy about $100. I would buy 30. I'd buy I'd buy 20 hyacinth and 10 water lettuce. Well, I show up there and they say new management. Never a good thing.
Nope.
So I go in and it's called Fritz or something. It's not like Fritz that supplies all the fish supplies. This is a pond and plant store based out of New Jersey. And they want to see if they can do well in the South. So they bought this one. It's the first one in the South. And they have their carp that they sell are directly from Japan. I mean, these are beautiful carp. They've got $1,000 carp in this store. And I don't know if he's going to be too successful selling $1,000 carp in Chattanooga, because Chattanooga is just not a huge city, and we have lots of predators. I mean, you know, we kind of live in the mountain area, and there's like bobcats and owls and raccoons and all sorts of things. I would be terrified to buy $1,000 fish. And I'm just going to say something quick to the guy in the back. Guy in the back, if you want to come up, just give me a thumbs up.
Okay, good. That's what I was going to interrupt you with. I did tell him I goofed and I sent him your link instead of mine. So,
well, that's all right. But I mean, Jeremy's freaking awesome. But I mean, he's getting ready and stuff, so he wasn't planning on coming up live. Poor guy.
Yeah, we kind of sprung that on him because I'm an idiot.
Ah. Oh, he's got the thumbs up. Hey, Jeremy. So I was just telling everybody about this new pond store we have in Chattanooga, and they sell koi anywhere from $50 for little guys that are about 5 inches to 18 foot, or not 18 foot, 18 inch to 25 inch.
Big koi.
$1,000 koi. And I made a short yesterday on them. So do you guys see how I've made it so the poison's going to be down in the inside and they're just going to crawl across the top and drink it and then crawl out. So now I've got to make a lid, and I want to kind of make it look cool. So I'm going to take a little bit of green oven bake and I'm going to put striations in it. So Jeremy, have you ever bought koi?
He's got koi.
Yeah, I have.
Have you ever bought the Japanese ones?
Yeah, actually, all of them I have are imported from Japan, but I buy them as tosai, which is like 6 inches, which means you have to have a good eye or be lucky to see what they actually turn into.
Well, that's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just could not imagine spending $1,000 on a big one.
Oh,
now
1,000 is
they
cheap.
live like 50 years, don't they? They have a very long lived fish.
Even more.
Yeah, 100, 200 years.
Yeah, I think 125 is the quote unquote longest lived one, but 75 is pretty common if you keep them in good conditions.
I thought the
Well-
longest one was like 200, but I could be wrong. I could be
And-
very well wrong.
There's some stories like that, but they go way back, so like the parchment era, people think that they embellished,
Sure. And why not? Okay, so what I've done is I put the little bit of clay on top. And so like this is a great way if you're doing oven baked stuff for your fish tank and you want to add color for a lot less than buying, because a little thing of color, little square block is like $2 to $3. And the full 1 pound white block is $6. So what I do is you can see that it's kind of like a hot dog. I'm going to just fold it. And I don't know if you've ever watched make candy or something, Whip, but they kind of do this for candy. And that's how I learned. And I'm going to pull it, squeeze it, bring it down, and then just keep doing this. And then it's going to slowly make striations like rock or wood.
So while you're doing that, I just
Yep.
did a quick Google search, and you're exactly right, Jeremy. The longest lived koi on record was named Hanako, a female koi fish who reportedly lived to be 226 years old. Hanako was born in 1751 when they kept really, really good records and died in 1977.
Wow. Well, and they go for a lot more than $1,000 a fish too.
Oh, they go for hundreds of thousands of dollars if you get the high end ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
basically,
keep doing this. I'm going to do a little twist.
even to this day, the Japanese, they won't export their best stuff to anywhere. So it's I mean, still really good looking stuff, right? It's like amazing looking stuff, but
Right.
their top tier stuff, they won't export.
Yeah, they're
Geek
well, it
Boy.
took forever just to be able to get rice fish into this country.
Geek Boy says she was almost as old as Rico.
Oh, poor Rico.
Stephen P. Hello, hello. June.
Hello, Stephen P.
Hello,
Talk to
Oscar
Rico.
Lover.
Well, we chatted with Rico a lot today on text, didn't we?
Yep. Sure did.
He's had a couple live streams during the day when I've been at work, but I saw that they were happening, and it's cool to see that Rico is getting his mojo back,
A
little bit.
little bit. Yeah.
Extremely. I miss my buddy.
What's my next fish? June wants to know what her next fish is. Don't you have to go with flower horn? Didn't you lose your flower horns, June? I think you need another flower horn.
I'm thinking if June was smart, she would go with something different. I didn't want to make her sound like she's dumb because she's not. So I don't know how to get out of this. Jeremy, what's a rare big ass fish that you have?
I think she should try to get one of those lemon Oscars from Monster Fish Keepers and see if they hold their color or if they eventually turn gray.
I actually think she's got a couple. I don't know if they're from Monster Fish Keepers, but she's got a couple of lemons. I think, unless she lost them. She did have a crash here recently that I don't remember which tank it took though.
Last time I tried to keep them, it's probably like 5 years ago, but they always came over from Asia or either India or China, all juiced on hormones. They'd be yellow, but then they'd fade. Plus the genetics weren't good. Like they only grew a fraction of the size. Like maybe
I did
like
not know that.
10 inches at best. Some of the ones they have, I mean, they're atomic yellow, but for some reason I just picture they grew up in a stew of hormones, over there.
Right. Susie had one. I think she lost it, or I don't remember what happened to it, but it was blue. Have you ever heard of the blueberry, Oscar?
Yeah, same deal. Also, the chili reds.
I have a chili
Fireball.
red. It's not so chilly anymore, though.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
When they're like 2 inches, they're like a Serpic tetracolor red, and then it just fades.
So she said that I have a lemon Oscar Birdo from Predatory Fin, still yellow.
How big?
How old?
How big? How old?
Yes.
You got to warm up those fingers so the delay isn't so bad. Let's go. Chop chop. Yeah, I've got the chill. I bought the chili red. It's just a red albino. It was really red when I first got it home, and now it's just regular old red albino.
Like those electric blue Jack Dempsey's I have. I mean, how long have I had those now? Maybe 3 years, and they're 4 inches. They eat like pigs.
Oh.
They swim around. Their colors are great, but they grow so slow.
I've never been able to keep one over a month or two. They just genetically they just fall apart of me.
I didn't have the right tank for them, so I was just keeping them in my grow out tanks. I raised up all kinds of little community fish with them, and they never ate a one of them. They eat the pellets. That's what they like.
Okay.
They couldn't be further from a Jack Dempsey.
This thing doesn't look like much, but I think it's going to be awesome. See how I've got it so the ants can crawl in? Once I cook this, I think this is going to work perfect for catching fire ants.
From the top view, I thought it might have been saltwater taffy for a minute.
Yeah, well, that's how I kind of pull it, like saltwater taffy.
Yeah, it kind of has that striped look to it.
Yep. Well, awesome. Okay, well, that was the project for tonight. And you see
Well, that was fast.
that's what I can't believe how fast it was.
Maybe you need to make like 3 of them for each tank.
Well,
So,
they're going at they're outside.
I remember you mentioned the fire ants. And so I grew up in Virginia, and I don't remember us having fire ants, but my relatives in North Carolina all had fire ants. In northern North Carolina. And in Maryland, I don't ever see them. So I think probably somewhere around that North Carolina, mid-Virginia area is probably their line.
Yeah, it's that frost line. And like I don't think like the ones that Whip will get when he moves here will just be yearly. So, it's whatever just happened to fly to his land, but I think it'll freeze in the winter where he lives. But here they'll live over winter and it sucks. And we're just like 25 miles apart.
Gonna get those eastern diamondbacks up there in the mountains.
Yeah.
Right.
I know they're there. Diamondbacks, the rattlesnakes, and the copperhead are pretty thick out there.
There's some mountains near me that are called the Catoctin Mountains, and they're part of that, like a small offshoot of the Appalachians. And you can roll over there and go down. There's all these paths and everything. There's this place called the Furnace. It's like a bunch of hiking paths and everything. And there's on the sides there's these big rock outcroppings, and you can go up there. What you do is you go towards the end of winter when you get like a 60-degree day, and you walk up there and you'll see rattlesnakes freaking everywhere. They come out of the den and they just sit right in front of it to sun up before they go back in. But it's just nuts how many are right there.
Right.
I caught one when I was a little kid, and it was just a baby, but it was pretty fun. It was a good time. We were just catching ringnecks and accidentally caught that too. But that's what little kid boys do, And we're lucky we didn't get bit because they have just as much poison as the big ones. So, oh well.
Oh well.
It just was trying to get away. I remember it trying to fly from us, and I just ran and grabbed it from behind the neck and threw it in a jar. I was like,
big
wow,
ones are
this is a
pretty
pretty
good
looking
because-
ring neck.
Yeah, the big ones are pretty good because they're good at making noise. You know, like, hey, I'm here. You know, warn you. Which is all I want. The worst are copperheads because copperheads they just buckle down and just be like, I'm going to try to hide. But if they're like right in your path, you know, it's like,
Right.
if you would just do anything at all, I would avoid you. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Just
have
let
no
me
idea
know
you're
you're
there.
there.
Yeah.
I think the scariest is a cottonmouth. You know, the black snake that lives in the water with the white mouth. Man, when you see that white mouth open, it's so freaky because it just shines, you know? Ugh.
And they're actually they're more aggressive too. Like when they get big, they'll definitely come at you.
They used to always swim towards our canoes, you know, when we'd be canoeing. They'd
That's
actually
what they
swim
all-
towards us. And it's like,
Yeah, they always freaking do that. It's so annoying.
never had one get in the canoe though. So it's just like they're like a little chihuahua that wants to chase you and make you run and then run the other way, I think. I don't know.
Jesse from Just One More Fish says baby venomous snakes are way more dangerous because they don't control their venom output. They just dump it all into you, whereas an adult can kind of gauge how much it wants to inject into you, if any.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
Budget
like-
Bonsai right there.
Yeah, he's been here for a little bit.
I think for a period of time, they only have so much venom that it's not unlimited at all times. So the adults will meter it out, you know, as needed, so they're not defenseless.
Right.
Little guys, I guess, just get overexcited.
I really like how that came out. Oh, I got something else in the mail. And I want to thank you guys for helping me. You remember last week I was talking about the little bags for the soldiers to carry? Check this out. Little bags
Yeah.
of fish. So I got 30 that are like, I think they're like a paper inside. It's like a black moor. There's a blue one here. But then for the same price, I got 20 fancy ass ones. And look at how nice these are. I think it would have been better to have just bought these real fancy ones, but I think they're almost all saltwater,
Saltwater.
except for there's one cichlid, I think. There's a yellow tang. I think. Where's that cichlid? Well, I don't know for sure that, but I think this is the cichlid.
Could be.
Yeah, hard to tell.
Like a crib,
Yeah,
like a crib
I
or
wish
something.
it had more blue. I was trying to find one with more blue on it, and I don't see any with more blue. I guess here's some type of an angel. It still looks like a saltwater angel.
Yeah, it looks
You
like
could
an
pretend like
afro
that's a
or
cobra.
ram.
Maybe like one of the Phantom Cobra angel fish you can buy. You could call it a blue-tailed Phantom Cobra. So really, I'm looking forward to putting those on our guys. That's going to be cool. Not a dead fish inside. No, June, they're all alive. Or no, they never were.
June
alive,
also
you
said
never were.
rattlesnakes are always give you a warning, best kind of killer. That is not true. I stepped directly on a timber rattler while in Arkansas many years ago. It was coiled up in the pathway, and I stepped right on it, and I could feel it kind of crush underneath my boot because I was a big boy back then. And I did the old high step, quick Johnny quick step kind of thing, and then it rattled.
Did the sound effect go like? Woo?
And then I tried to be the Steve Irwin guy and grab it. Yeah, right, exactly.
Well,
Larry D wants to know how your sharks are doing, Jeremy.
oh yeah.
They're doing good, but they're being a pain in my ass. It's like,
Yeah. Are they still destroying all your hard work?
yeah, and I've been trying to. I mean, I was looking at them the other day, and I was like, I'm damned if they're not bigger than when I moved them in here. And so I was trying to measure them, and they seem like they're growing again, and they just need room. So I'm going to take most of the stuff out of there, just enough to give it a natural look and everything. But every time I'm trying to work in there, I can't get them to both go on one side at the same time. And so, like when I put the divider in, they just like they're kind of insane. Like they know I'm trying to block them out, so they purposely will just. I go to grab them, they'll just swim behind me. And I turn around, I go to grab them, they'll just swim behind. They know how to stay just out of your reach, And I put I go to put the slide the thing down, and the one sees it coming down and shoots to get underneath it to get on the side I'm on before I can get it down. Then I think, okay, I'm going to go get out, go to the other side. Then they go and push under, dig the sand. They just pain in the ass. And
Will they ever bite?
they've never bitten me yet, but if they did, I mean, it would hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're getting big enough now where it would definitely hurt.
I mean, I saw one of them grab a 12-inch long grouper and go shake its head like that, and it ripped it in half. So
Whoa!
Instantaneously. So I assume they're pretty. Well, I know they're strong, but I know they've got a hell of a grip.
I was reading.
G.I. Joe's got nothing on their kung fu grip.
What did they tear in half?
So I used to have a blue dot grouper, and the blue dot grouper and my Maniatis grouper, they used to be in competition with each other all the time. Nobody ever bothered the blue line because the blue line is the same length, but he's a lot taller. The other two groupers were not as tall, but long. And the two of them always sort of sparred with each other. And one time the Maniatis attacked the blue line, and the blue line did this really fast turn, and he hit something. And it made him kind of do that weird thing for a second. He stunned himself,
Yep.
And whenever sharks, when they sense that movement, you can do it too. Like if I'm trying new food with them and they don't seem to want to eat it, I'll take tongs and I'll do that like it's jerking in the water thing, and then they'll hit it, So they just one of the sharks who they lived with this grouper for 2-3 years, never paid any mind to it, just came out of nowhere and grabbed it, And so, and that whole chain of events was like 2 seconds, And I happened to be standing right there. I was like, oh, and then whoa, what the,
Bummer.
And no reaction time. So anyway, I was in there trying to work, and the shark did what they normally do, which is it swam up my leg and my back, and then it flipped off and landed on the hoods. I had the hoods pushed aside because I was only working in an area. So then it got on the hood and it flopped over to the other side. So I had to get out to go to the other side to get it, to put it back. It's just like, you just got to be in the mood to want to deal with that to fix the tank.
Right.
So
That's awesome.
So I've been trying to do this after work, and some of the days I'm just like, yeah, I don't feel like dealing with it. So do it on the weekend.
Oh, you know what? I don't know. We were talking about the koi at that one pond store, but they upped their prices on their plants a whole bunch. A single water hyacinth is $6 a piece.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, that's what it is like at my pet store or my fish store. So I'd rather buy it from my local fish stores than my pond store.
Well, if you're going to be able to keep it anyways, all you need is one, because in a week you'll have 6,
Well, if you pack them tighter though, the quicker their flowers start popping. So I like to put like 6 or 8, in each tub. So that way the flowers really start going up quick. Right now I just have 3 in each tub.
Take some sort of vessel that holds water, fill it full of aquarium water with some nitrates, stick it right out in the middle of the full sun, and just drop that hyacinth in there. It'll rock and roll.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, it'll go crazy.
What? I did buy a new plant that I've never bought before. Well, actually, that's a lie. I've bought it submerged for my aquarium, like fish room aquariums, but I got parrot flower. No, parrot feather plants. And
Creeper, right?
I'd never seen it just floating. and it had a huge root structure and stuff. So I bought it, and then I just bought 2 clumps of it, and I drop them in there, and it's just like sinking because my tub's a lot bigger than the little thing they had them there at the fish store or at the pond place. And I was like worried that it might all die because, or, at least go back to being submerged, But no, overnight, all of the feathers lifted out of the water. So they're all like 4 to 5 inches above the water, like little Christmas trees. It is so cool. I should have taken a photo to share with you guys, but I talked to Dr. Ted about it, and he says he likes to plant them, but I think I'd rather float it because I want it for the root structure for my guppies.
Hey, Jeff Kane.
Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, I think I've annoyed our friend Dr. Ted. He sent me a lily, and he's like he gave me instructions and all that stuff, and I pretty much followed him to the T. I bought his book and I read it, but he was telling me to use this like 5-quart solid pot. And you guys are, I know, Jeremy, you are, Ed, you are too. You ate or went over there. Greg Woodstock.
Oh yeah, I've been there a few times.
He calls himself the Lily Sheriff, and he's like, no, you got to go with. They just come out with these new pots. They're cloth. They're like this double thick cloth with handles on it and everything. He goes, you got to go with these. These are the new best thing. So I bought that, and then Dr. Ted's like, no, Whip, no. And I'm like, it's too late. It's already done.
Well, I just got my pot at the Dollar General. No, at the Dollar Tree is where I got mine. But it's a big pot. I mean, it's a huge, and it's real pretty. And I've already got
peace lilies on the ground. Those are in those cloth pots Rick Webb is talking about.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
They were in the sump of my 125. I'm just keeping. I got to move them outside for a while because I'm not ready for them. But they'll go like in the riverbank of that tank when it's ready.
Now, those house lilies, is it true they don't need light as long as they have like really good nutritious water to be in?
I doubt it. But I don't know. Mine always had light, so.
Okay. I heard they don't need much light at all, but nobody take my word for it. I just heard that from somebody else, and
I mean, maybe they would just not grow but not die kind of thing, Like
Gotcha.
like pothos can go with pretty minimal light, but it won't do a whole lot either. Once you give it some light, it'll go nuts,
Well, so the plants are all in there. There was no leaves from Dr. Ted's lily that made it to my house. They all fallen off, and I planted it, and it's been in there. I don't know. Has it been a week, Whip? You probably got yours the same day as mine.
I got it last Saturday. He said it was supposed to have been, or Friday. It was 2 days
maybe
late.
10 days.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 days, 12 days. It's already got, I think, 4 leaves to the top of the tub.
Oh, nice.
Have sprouted. And these leaves are like that big. I'm amazed. Aquatic plants are amazing how fast they grow. It's amazing.
What kind of fertilizer did you use?
That plant knows that massive amount of CO2 is just waiting for it. It's just got to get to it.
You just got to get there.
Just got to get there.
The plant in my dad's fish tank, it is like going crazy. It's had 5 flowers. If you guys want, I can take and show you. You want to see my dad's tank?
Have a good night.
He's really proud of it.
Thanks for stopping in.
Night. Who's leaving?
Jody. She just came in and then she has to go because she's going to bed.
Night, Jody. So this is my dad's tank, and
he
spends a lot of time on his tank. Oh, I hope the light's still on it. It is. This is a Jen Williams like escape. But
That's a fine looking picture of your computer.
oh, sorry guys.
Actually, inside the tank.
Oh, as I put my thumb over the
Well, we couldn't
I
see the
don't know.
reflection when your thumb was there, so that's fine.
There you go.
Oh, well.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, it's still there, but it's above it.
Yeah, I'm really proud of him because he's done just a great job. Here's one of the flowers over here by this little filter. Can you see it? It's on its last legs, this flower.
Oh yeah.
Here's another one about to sprout. Oh, it did sprout. So, oh, here's one that, oh, it's turning into seeds already. That's crazy. There's seeds on that thing. But yeah, my dad didn't get a choice. He had to have glowfish. So, and of course, they're all hiding from the light. Normally, they're all over the place. But yeah, I gave that to my dad for his birthday like 3 years ago, and my mom said, "Oh, we're gonna get glowfish for it." But I think my dad was just happy to have fish again because he hadn't had fish since like I think 1983.
Took a little break, huh?
Just a little bit.
Well, he used to breed them in the 70s. I can't get my power cord in. There it is. He used to breed guppies and cories and sell them to fish stores. And then my brother came into our lives and he had kidney disease, and my mom basically was at the hospital for 3 years straight with that, and my dad had to kind of raise my sister and I, and he just sold all of his fish and focused on the family.
So it was your brother's fault, you're saying?
Yep. It's always my brother's fault. But I mean, he still got to see, my sister always had a fish tank and I had a fish tank while we lived at his house. So yeah, he still had fish in the house, just not his own to play with.
Right.
Is your outdoor pool, Ed, is that a regular pool for people, or is it something you're using like a pond?
My what?
Cool.
Don't you have like in-ground pool outside?
Yeah, that's my
Are
pool
you-
for swimming in.
Okay, so it's not like a pond, it's like chlorinated sort of regular pool thing.
Yeah. I swim in it every day. I've got a degenerating back, and swimming is like the best exercise you can do to keep your back like healthy. So I go out there every day I can and paddle around for a few hours. I spend half the time I paddle, and then half the time I'm doing this. I'm tired.
Floating.
Just floating and sleeping.
Yeah, just floating. And I actually did fall asleep yesterday for a little bit. But then I have my tubs around the pool. But I've never used my diving board, but I dive in on from the side because I used to walk in like normal people down the stairs on the shallow side, but that's like torture. I find if you just dive in and soak your whole body in the water, you get, right to normal temperatures, or, your body.
You acclimate much quicker. I have learned that myself.
Yeah. I was trying to get my dad to do that today and he wouldn't do it.
You just push him in.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. With my luck, he'd have his hearing aids in or something and I'd ruin them. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think to ask him if he had his hearing aids when he went in today. He's got a thing on the shower that says hearing aids So he always remembers to take his hearing aids before he takes a shower. Gosh. Oh, well. I'll find out tomorrow when Mom gets home if I messed up his hearing aid.
Did
That's
you?
how it goes.
So what do you got that little thing baking already or not yet?
I don't. I thought I would throw it in the oven in between our shows. So we've
Oh,
got
okay.
4.5 minutes. Why don't we thank everybody and we'll get ready to head out. Before we do that though, it makes me sad. We lost Bunny Viper, and I'm sure everybody knows. Bunny Viper's always been so sweet, and nice to me. She was painting me a painting of Nico, and she didn't get it to me, and I feel bad because I would have cherished that, but that was so sweet that she was doing something like that for me. She's just such a wonderful person. But this is for you, Bunny. We're gonna miss you. And but okay, don't want to get too sad. Thank you, mods, for all being amazing today. I don't think I didn't see anybody fight, so that's good. Oh, I think Dr. Ted showed up because I see Uncle Smiley saying hi to Uncle Ted or to Dr. Ted.
He said, "I tune in to I hear Ed soaking his body. My God, I'm glad I ate dinner first."
Yep. And I haven't ate dinner. Oh my gosh. I took Dad to the hospital and then for good reason though, just for a sleep study. And then I drove home and I was gonna stop by a place to eat and I just couldn't pick a place. So I'll worry about that after Whip Show. But thank you, Jeremy, for coming up. You were a surprise today. And thank you, Whip. You're always awesome. Yeah, really. For you, poor guy. And thank you to all my members. You guys, I really appreciate it a lot. We'll be going to Whip Show next. And then Whip, are you going to have a show on Saturday?
That's the plan as of right now, but you know me, I'm quirky.
Okay, well, maybe we'll be here Saturday. I'm pretty sure that Whip will be playing D&D with me. Oh, but that's not live. So, and I don't know, maybe he won't be with me on Sunday, but we might be playing Sunday, D&D, but it's only for us. So we'll catch y'all later. Thank you guys so much. Oh, and I don't have anything in the queue. Oh my gosh. Can I show you guys one? I've got a minute and a half. I want to show you what Oinky sent me for my birthday.
I was going to say, can we see the thing where the kid wrecks the bicycle?
That is a good one.
That one or the Skeletor or the I'm into that shit.
Yeah. Either one of those. I love the fairy godmother, where she's like, and everything will be just fine. Snap it if she comes right down to the ground.
I remember that one.
Oh, it's
look at this. It's a big banner. Do I have it upside down? I don't know.
I can't tell you.
It's hard to.
No.
It says
like a
Nico
polar bear and what?
I'm trying to see. You might have it.
Oh. Nope, that's wrong. Boy, this is really confusing.
There we go. Now we got it.
Yeah, there we go.
Now it's Nico approved. And Nico this whole time has been sitting right next to me.
Attaboy.
So thank you guys so much. And we will see y'all on Whips.
Hey, we want to see a little boy crashing into a gate.
Little boy crashing into a gate.
Oh, okay, hey, Firmo, you stay here just for a second. Be right back, okay? Stay there. Grandma. Right.
about a grandma going down a hill instead of a kid crashing in a gate? We'll catch you later, guys.